What's up, YouTube? I'm Ruggly Juice Recipes. Welcome back to my channel. I was just getting set up to do a recipe video, and I was going to re-wick this blotto RTA, which we might still do in a little bit, but I think that instead of doing the recipe, I'm going to cover a little bit of advocacy stuff. Yeah? So Kassaw just tweeted this out about 15 minutes ago. It says a referendum has been filed to overturn SB 793, a vaping flavor ban signed last week by Governor Newsom. If it qualifies for the 2022 ballot, the ban will be suspended until the state residents vote on it. And then they provided a link to an article, which is super anti-nicotine, and it kind of enrages me reading this. Like, I'll just give you a little excerpt from this. People suck, you know? They just suck. Where was that at? It says the measures that Governor Newsom signed into law on Friday prohibits flavored tobacco with an exemption for hookah, a landmark victory for public health interests. What the hell who writes this? A ban on a product that is proven to be safer for you is not in public health interest. So anyway, down here it says that they would need 623,212 valid signatures to qualify the referendum. This is the only article that I can find on this right now, and that is kind of vague. I don't know if that's like a petition to get the referendum on the ballot or if that's how many votes they would actually need to overturn the law, the bill. And I also found this other interesting. That's all on that. I also found this article that says, I can't remember who shared this. It was another tweet. I don't remember. I suck. It says tobacco-based COVID vaccine passes trials in Thailand, which is super rad. A Thai COVID-19 vaccine produced with proteins from tobacco leaves has provided successful animal tests. Somebody's name that I can't pronounce, head of the Thai Red Cross Emerging Infectious Disease Health Center, said the latest vaccine has been tested on mice and monkeys with satisfactory results and will now go through purification process before it is tested in human trials. Developed by the Thai company Bayer, the vaccine is produced and integrated into the virus's DNA into tobacco leaves. The plant responds to the DNA and produces the desired proteins about a week later. Person's name, who I can't pronounce, said that the vaccine not only produces antibodies, but also stimulates T cells to produce antibodies themselves when meeting the virus. I've seen this before, that nicotine destroys the COVID virus, which is really cool. Okay. I think I'm going to rewick this blotto now. Okay, so I got my cotton. I've already got some coils in here. I was going to put some of those awesome Dave Flowers coils in here, but I'm stupid, and I kept saying that they were 2.5 millimeter because they looked, honestly, like they were a little bit smaller than a 3 millimeter. But he says that they are 3 millimeter, so I apologize, Dave Flowers. I'm very sorry for misrepresenting your product. But I've got some strawberry milk that I made last week. It's been steeping, so that should be really good by now. I'm sorry. I make so much e-liquid. I have a drawer down here that's my steeping drawer. It's just full of e-liquid that I need to use because I make so much e-liquid. And I typically, as I'm developing recipe, I only make 5 milliliters at a time, and then I'll let it steep or use it immediately because I think it's good or whatever. But even in just doing 5 milliliters at a time, I end up with so much e-liquid that I have to use. So yeah, people suck, man. I got laid off in March because COVID. And initially, I was like, oh, this is fine, right? I'll just take a nice vacation. I haven't had a 6-month vacation, I don't think, ever. I mean, well, since I was in high school, I haven't had that much time off of work, like as in before I started working. I got called back to work, and and now they haven't so much as said, "Hey, you're laid off again," but I keep getting every time I'm supposed to work, I keep getting a phone call, the night before or earlier this week, it was an hour before I was supposed to go to work. "Hey, we don't need you to come in today." What the hell, man? Should I should I start a Patreon campaign? Is that what I should do? Should I start a Patreon campaign and come up with some come up with some unique Patreon exclusive content? Is that something you guys would be interested in, supportive of? Anyway, yeah, when I do the blotto, I like to, comb my wicks out, make them really nice and fluffy, and then I get them a little wet before I stuff them down into the little wicking ports. I go underneath it like this and get them nice and saturated before I put them down in there. Okay, let's see what we're working with here. 0.2. So I'm going to put that at about 45 watts just to start out. It's working. Tuck these little guys down in here. Okay, find me a drip tip. I've got the Ultim tank on here. The only complaint that I've ever had about these Blotto RTAs is the glass that comes with them just sucks. I mean, I'm not the most graceful person, but I have broken every single piece of glass that comes with these things. That's, it's great. Everybody opens it up and everybody in all of their reviews, they're like, "Oh yeah, it comes with 3 pieces of glass. That's fantastic." That's because the glass is garbage and it breaks. Ultim doesn't break though. Ultim's indestructible, right? Yeah. Definitely, definitely stronger than what the heck ever they send with it. Okay, so 0.22. We're going to start that off at, let's see, 55 watts, I think. Let's try out this strawberry milk that we made last week. That's quite good. The dairy is really starting to come through there. I go back and forth on Inawera Shisha Strawberry about whether I like it or not. I don't know if I like it or not. Or I haven't found the balance. I can't remember how much of it I put in this recipe, but I know that it wasn't very much. I'm thinking it was between 1/4% and 1/2%. And that seems like it's about right. I've seen recipes before that have like 2% shisha strawberry in it, and I don't even want to go there. That's just, I already know that I'm not going to like that. There's so many good strawberries that do so many really good things that, different things. And I can't figure out what's going on with Inawera Shisha Strawberry, but it does a pretty good job of making like Capella Sweet Strawberry go from this like kind of middle ground between artificial and natural to like syrup. So I do like it for that. But the dairy note on this is just that's delicious. So if you know whether or not that 623,000 is needed to get it on the ballot, or that's how many they'll need once it's on the ballot, you could fill me in on that in the comment section. That'd be fantastic. If you think I should start a Patreon campaign, and if you have any ideas about what sort of content you might like to see if you were to join said Patreon campaign, put that down in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, make sure you turn notifications on so that I get to yada, yada, yada every time I upload a video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Thanks for hanging out.